When you're ready to grade an assessment, Sakai makes it easy to access your students' responses and make score adjustments when needed. In this video, we'll locate student test scores, adjust a student's score, and then add points for a short answer response. To locate student scores for a test, click the Tests and Quizzes tool, and then select the Publish Copies tab. Locate the test you want to grade, and either click the drop-down menu next to the test and select Scores, or click the number appearing in the Submitted column. We'll click the number. The Total Scores page appears. It contains a list of all of your students, the date and time they submitted the test, and their overall score is calculated by Sakai. If a student submitted the assessment after the due date and time, you'll see the word Late next to that student's submission. No submission appears for those students whom have not taken the assessment, as well as a dash or hyphen as their grade. This is not a punitive score. In other words, the student's course grade in the gradebook will not be negatively affected, so a little later in the video we'll assign a 0 for each of the no submissions. From the Total Scores page, you can adjust any student's overall score if needed. In this example, the class policy is to deduct 5 points for a late submission. In the adjustment column, we'll type -5. When adjusting points, it's a good idea to include a comment for the student explaining the adjustment. This will also help us remember why we deducted points. Any comments we type in the Comments for Student column become part of the assessment feedback. To save the point adjustment and comment, scroll down and click Update. Okay, now let's take a look at the student's full test by clicking the student's name. An overview of the student's test appears. The Table of Contents area contains a list of all of the test questions. Scroll down to see the answers the student gave, whether each one was right or wrong, and the points Sakai awarded for each question. Sakai allows you to modify the points awarded for any question and type a comment for any question. In this example, the student should have received partial credit for question 4, so we'll change the question's 0 points to 5 points, add a comment for the student, and then scroll down to the bottom of the page and click Update. Sakai does a great job grading objective questions such as true, false, and multiple choice questions. In this example, the student has received a score of 70% on those objective questions. However, we'll need to grade the subjective questions such as short answer and essay questions. This test has one short answer question, and it was question number 10. Let's access the student responses. From the Total Scores screen, click the Questions tab and then select the subjective question's number. In this example, it's Q10. All of the students' responses to that question appear on one screen. From here, we can read each student's answer, assign points, and type a comment. When you're done grading the responses, scroll down to the bottom of the page and click Update. The scores and comments save and the page reloads. Let's see how this affected our students' overall scores. We'll revisit the Total Scores page by clicking the Total Scores tab. With the short answer response, the score of our example student from earlier increased from 70% to 80%. Okay, now that we've graded the submitted tests, let's take care of the no submissions. We'll assign a grade of 0 to those students so that it will affect their grade. In the field next to the Apply This Score button, type 0 and then click Apply This Score. In the final score column, a 0 now appears for each of those students. Here's a couple of tips to help you as you grade assignments. On the Total Scores page, Sakai provides Statistics and Item Analysis tabs. These can be helpful tools in analyzing your students' responses. If you'd like for a student to retake the assessment, click the Submission Status tab. In this area, you'll see an option to allow retake for any student who has submitted the test. After students have taken the test, instructors may want to adjust what feedback students can see. Students will not be able to see your comments unless in the test settings you chose to display feedback and selected the option to release graders' comments. I'd like for students to see the feedback we left, so I've selected Feedback on Submission and Release Questions including graders' comments. It's up to your discretion as to whether you'll make these selections prior to publishing the assessment or after grading it. Okay, I think you're ready to start grading assessments. If you need some assistance, please contact sakaihelp@durhamtech.edu.